Hello, super community. Flitzman here. Now, I don't think I've really talked about this on the channel yet, but I'm a big fan of Marvel. Well, a fan of the Marvel movies. I don't want to say I'm a fake fan, but I do research on the comics, but I can't afford actual comics, so it's kind of a glass half full situation. Anyways, I've been really enjoying the WandaVision series, and I think I have a general understanding of what is going on. Now, that might seem a little unbelievable, seeing as how only 3 episodes have come out, but I feel like I can piece it together. I think it is the perfect setup for Armor Wars and a possible Young Avengers series in the future. Let me start out with the Armor Wars part. Now, from what I can gather, it seems like Wanda has made a deal with somebody that she can live in this world where Vision is still alive if she lives it out in a way that they're manufacturing. I believe this other individual to be Hydra. Well, that's not an individual, but Hydra. Wanda's done work with Hydra in the past, so she might be accustomed to it. And maybe all of the Hydra products in the commercials in the show are just subconsciously put in there because of Wanda's past, but I think it's more so a clue that Hydra's the one pulling all of the strings. As for the hives that seem to riddle the show, at first I thought this could be in reference to Hive the villain, but then I learned that he died in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which I did not watch, and I don't know if that was before or after they changed timelines, so it didn't really matter anymore. But I'm not really sure. It could be in reference to AIM, which we did see somebody in a beekeeper outfit, and in the comics, AIM is known for having beekeeper outfits. Another interesting theory that I've seen is that whenever something enters the world that Wanda has created, it becomes a less important version of itself. So the suit was probably a hazmat suit and then got downgraded to a beekeeper outfit. But I doubt they're with an evil organization because they have the S.W.O.R.D. logo on their back. And it seems like S.W.O.R.D. are the ones trying to take down the evil, and Wanda is working with the evil, but not for an evil reason, and the evil is Hydra. And as for Stark Industries, we also see a Stark product. Yes, it's clearly a metaphor for the bomb that killed Wanda's parents, but at the same time, it could be foreshadowing that Hydra has compromised Stark Industries, which could lead up to the Armor Wars series that we know is coming with Rhodey in it. And now for the Young Avengers setup I was talking about. For this, a little bit of lead up on what we already know. We know that Kate Bishop is going to be in the Hawkeye series. America Chavez, aka Miss America, is going to be in Multiverse of Madness. Hulkling could possibly be introduced in Secret Invasion. And there are several candidates for Iron Lad. Harley from Iron Man 3, Morgan Stark, and since we know that King the Conqueror is going to be in Quantumania, maybe his younger version, like in the comics, is going to become Iron Lad. And finally, bringing it back to WandaVision, we have 2 of the most important members of the team, Speed and Wiccan, aka William and Thomas, aka Billy and Tommy. Now, if you watched WandaVision without really doing any research on these characters, you probably thought, that's an interesting path. And indeed, it's enjoyable for any demographic, even people who aren't weirdly obsessed with Marvel despite not reading the comics. But if you knew about the members of the Young Avengers and Marvel history, and very groundbreaking Marvel history, and then you saw as Wanda had twins, let's just say the Owl House fans would be happy. Wiccan is gay. In fact, he and Hulkling are the first gay marriage to ever be introduced in a Marvel comic, which is insane. And I feel like that's gonna be the crux of the show, because everybody talks about how the people in the town are obviously nudging Wanda and Vision to have children for some reason. Probably for Hydra to do more experiments on. What with the charity being for the children, Agnes not shutting up about having children. Agnes, by the way, constantly talks about her husband Ralph. I think this might be in reference to Ralph Reynolds, aka the Cobalt Man, which could be another tie into Armor Wars, even though he wasn't in Armor Wars, but, you know. But people don't talk about how there seems to be some kind of straight agenda. And a lot of people are gonna get mad that I just said the word straight agenda. In the first episode, we get a joke that goes like this. I assure you I'm married to a man, a human one and tall. Yes, very of the time joke. And witness how there seems to be a heavy leaning into a male and female couple in the show. Agnes talks about her husband all the time. The first episode revolves around a man and wife. The whole show revolves around a man and wife. In the most recent episode, we see a couple that's a man and a wife when the doctor wants to go on vacation, aka escape from the world, but Vision messed that up. Gosh darn it, Paul Bettany. But since Wiccan is gay, but this is set in a time when that kind of stuff wasn't even thought about, and especially in sitcoms. There were rarely any gay characters in sitcoms, and when they were gay, they were often played for laughs, and God forbid they actually had a love interest. Here's what I think is gonna happen. There's gonna be a time jump that WandaVision and their children actually live out, while as everybody else just sees 15 years later or something, because there seems to be like an alternating time field or stuff, science words, and we're gonna see Speed and Wiccan grow up. And then Wiccan is gonna come out as gay, and Wanda is going to start to unravel the world, because they're set in a world where that's not normal, but this is her son, and she wasn't raised in a world where that's not normal. And so, overall, she accepts it, which is the final pillar that knocks down the whole thing, unravels the world, as Wanda, Wiccan, and Speed all have to tearfully say goodbye to Vision. That got dark, and I hear you saying, well, they're not gonna have another time jump. It's only gonna be a time jump for Wanda and Vision. And even if they don't, they're probably gonna find a way to age up Wiccan and Speed, because, again, they seem to really be leaning into Young Avengers. But those are just my thoughts. If you have any other theories on what might be the whole story of WandaVision, please leave them in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this theory, blast that like button down below and subscribe so you don't miss another video. When you click subscribe, click the bell to the side. That way you can be notified. And until next time, it's time for me to fly off into the sky. See ya!